2, 3. Well, hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Super excited to be on this evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So I'm Julia Royston at BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the coaching community, the book business bosses, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth. And I am super excited to be on this evening with none other than Ms. Peggy Dixon. And the crowd goes wild. So, Miss Peggy, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from and tell us where people can find you on social media.
Well, I am Peggy Dixon, Julia just said. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and you can find me on Facebook and now solo.to/Peggy B. Dixon.
Yay!
Hey!
Hold on, I gotta put that up. Hold on.
Oh, wait, say.
No, go ahead.
Okay. You can find me on Amazon, and you can find me in my email, PeggyBruceDixon@gmail.com. You just about getting ready to find me a whole lot of places because they just pulling me everywhere, put me on everything.
Come on, through.
Come on.
Okay,
through.
so is that correct? Solo
That
is Peggy B. Dixon, or is it Bruce?
No, it's on there. This is correct.
Okay.
For the solo, this is correct. Yes.
Yay!
So I'm coming along, just moving along. I'm so excited.
Excited. So I have to. So our primary reason for being on this evening is really, if you're in the Chicago area,
yes,
to meet us at the Black Women Expo 2022 in Chicago at McCormick Place. And our booth number is 223. So we'll have a little bit of everything there. 223. So I'm super excited. It's going to probably be a whole lot of vendors there, but we'll be there. And 223 BK Royston Publishing, the book business bosses will be there. So I have to ask you, Ms. Piggy, because you've done a whole lot of events, you've done conferences. You're a celebrity, so when we go places, people be, we were in Lexington, we've been in Detroit, we've been, where else have we been? Oh,
Indianapolis, right here in Louisville together.
Right here in Louisville, we've been a little bit of everything. She's been my, as they say, author traveling buddy, and so my husband says, okay, Miss Becky's got you. I'm going to the hotel. All right.
And we've had a lot of fun too.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great times. We met some wonderful people. So really tell us about being at those kind of expo type events, author events. Because I know some authors are like, do I really have to do that? Do I really need to do that? Should I do that? What is kind of the benefit of doing that? So based on just your experience, how has it been? Because this is like book promotion for authors. So I know what I say, but tell us about your experience.
Well, a wise woman told me that, a lot of people like to write books, want to write a book, want to be an author. And that's great. And that's what they should do. And I'm probably paraphrasing this person just a little bit, but that's what people want to do. They want to write books. They want to they want people to know that they're an author. But this wise woman said, that's good. But after you've written that book, you got to promote that book. You got to get that book out there. You got to make sure people know about your book. How you going to make sure people know about your book? And so one of the greatest things about being an author is not just that I've written a book, but I've been able to be in places where I can actually do a face-to-face sale of my book. And I have found that people really prefer to see the author face-to-face. They prefer to engage and have conversation with you about your book versus someone else trying to sell your book or being on a bookshelf somewhere and nobody knows anything about your book. So that's been one of the greatest things, is that I've been able to be out there and meet people who are really actually interested in my books. And then the other thing is that I meet so many people. I get to network. I get to learn things while I'm out there and see other people and see other businesses and hear what they have to say. And you get invitations to come and share your book at their churches or at their conferences or at their conventions or at their little meetings that they have. You just get an invite because you are out there where people can see you and talk with you face to face. I hope
It's a
that
wonderful thing. Yeah, that I mean, it's a wonderful thing because I mean, it is amazing. I mean, I love the in person space. That's the reason why I put the investment in going to vendor events. I mean, vendor events are not free, and they're definitely not cheap. But it's an investment of sorts. It gives me face to face in touch with the people, and and of course, I'm kind of a avid on book covers and even the book of Miss Peggy's that I didn't publish, they still meatloaf. Yeah, I mean they've stopped dead in their tracks
yeah,
and go, well, meatloaf and marriage, and then she jumps right on in. But the other thing too is that people actually do their spirits do connect with yours, and they it's something about their spirit, and I've heard them say over and over again. Okay, and so when we were at Indiana Black Expo, was multiple authors there, so
yes,
that's a part of what we do is when we're all there, no matter what the person wants to read, we want to make sure that they have a book that they really are interested. So if it's children's books, then we get them there. If it's inspiration, I get them there. If it's urban fiction, romance fiction, we get them there. But so often, even in Miss Peggy saying, "Oh, okay, so we got this, we got children's, we got," and one lady I remember specifically, she said, "No, what did you write?" And I
oh,
knew that she had made a connection specifically with her.
okay.
So, it was nothing else. Nobody else said anything else because when she said, "What did you write?" we knew then that they had made a specific connection with her. It wasn't about even whether it was fiction and nonfiction or whatever. It was about that personal connection. So, number one, is that you're able at these events to make personal connections with readers, and they are, before they pull out their wallet, before they as they say, do the QR code for Cash App or anything, or pull out cash money, because some people do still
Blue
pay with
cash
cash.
money. Yeah.
Thank God, hallelujah, they still pay with cash money. They are really making a investment in you as the author, you as the
Yes.
person. So I think that's a really a wonderful thing. And you're right. There are people who are having networking groups. There are people who have book clubs and whatever. So I know that when we were in Lexington, the lady was like, "Oh, we got people who want to write. Would you come and speak about writing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would love to." And by the way, you got professional women who are struggling with the marriage thing, and the lady talking was struggling with the marriage thing. And I said, "You really need to have Miss Peggy come too, because I know a lot of people who really do want to be married, but they need to know how to balance it all and be a professional woman and save their relationship." So she's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, and you can come speak too." And I was like, "Oh yeah, there we go. That's how we
Well,
do that."
speaking of marriage, tomorrow Pete and I'll be married 48 years, and so that's what
Yay!
that's so exciting. Meatloaf and marriage,
The meatloaf and marriage,
read
honey. That's
about that.
really,
But
yeah.
then, but I do want to add that it is, if you are an author, you should join some expos. You should try some expos and just get out there, because people really, I read today, it was I did looked at a survey that was done, and the number one thing that people did, like in 2021, I guess, they read books. That's the number one thing that was on the list of the top 20 things I think I was looking for. They were reading books. So people want books. We're going to have books. And what I like about being with you, Julia, is that we promote one another. No matter how many authors are at the table, we all promote each other's books. We push each other. We're not selfish, and it's, yeah, I'm trying to sell my books, but we're not selfish. We're trying to sell everybody's books at the table. And that's what I like about going with you and the other authors when we get together.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So you could just tell we've been on tour together for the last few weeks and few months, and hope to continue to do so. There are others who travel with us too as well, and have gone to events. We had a wonderful time at Indiana Black Expo, and
Yes,
there was a young man, and I've published his first book. We're getting ready to do his second one, and he was like, I just like the family, I just like the team, I just like the feel of the I wasn't even there, so it wasn't me, because it was them, and they were like, I just like the family, I just like the atmosphere, I like the feel of it. People really, they're heart to heart, they really, when they're making an investment of time, even forget money, they're making investment of time and where they want to spend their time, because life is so short.
short.
We've had people die, we've had all kinds of tragedy, we've had all suffered all types of loss. If people are going to spend their time and then spend their effort and then spend money on top of it, they want to make sure that they're getting a good investment. So I'm super excited about that, and thank you again, Miss Peggy Dixon. That she's going to have Meatloaf and Marriage, and tell me about the second book.
Well, I love my second book as well. It's called You Are the Legacy, a Generational Tree. And I love this book because for several reasons. But all of us are living trees. And this book is about the life of a tree, a young tree and an old tree, and the young tree who's just trying to navigate through this new world that he's now in. And he realizes that he doesn't know whether he even wants to be in this new world and this lighted world. And so there's an old tree called Sacrifice that'll give him some good advice if he'll take it, but you got to read the book to find out whether he even takes the advice that the old tree is giving him. But there are also, what I like, are there are pages where you can journal inside the book, so you get to write down your thoughts along the way of there it is. You get to write down what you're getting out of the book. And what I've been saying lately is we often hear one another. We might not remember what one another will say to each other, what has been said to each other. But one thing you will have, you'll always have what we've written. So come on out and buy some books. Meet us at booth 223. We'll be there with smiles on, ready to serve you something good
Uh,
to read.
That's right. Most definitely. Most definitely. And I know Miss Peggy will have some of her t-shirts too there as well. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So Black Women Expo 2022, Chicago and McCormick Place, right there, looking over into Lakeshore Drive, and we're in booth 223. You can get half price tickets, I believe, and the Walgreens there in the Chicago area, or you can get them when you actually get there at McCormick Place. But be sure and look for us. The Black Women Expo is an array and a display of African American business at its best. It's also supported and sponsored by many corporate sponsors that offer phenomenal workshops and entertainment, and just the ability for the camaraderie and the instruction and the education and learning and the networking that happens at these large expos is really, really incredible. The next one will be held in December in Atlanta. I have a booth there. I don't have a booth number yet, but I'm headed to Atlanta for the Black Women Expo in December. I believe that is
The 17th, the
the
16th, or
17th and 18th. That's it. Thank
17th.
you.
16th.
December 17th and 18th. So follow us on social media. Follow us on, look at my Facebook cover, because I have a Meet Brian and Julia. That is where it's all housed of where I'm coming to next. But this weekend, I'm currently in Orlando, Florida at the National Convention of Gospel Choirs and Choruses. And then I am headed home and then get back in the car. It's already packed. Get in the car and head to Chicago. And hopefully I'll get some great popcorn. I always got to get that stuff. Some popcorn and enjoy some wonderful networking and learn. I don't care how long I've been in business. I don't care how long I will be in business. I will always learn something from someone else. We always make connections at these expos. We keep meeting people over and over again. Like they come here, then they come there, then I meet them other places. Or I know you, Julia Royston. I saw you on, weren't you at? And so it's always a good thing to be creating a network and creating communication with other authors. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm writing and what I'm working on. And Miss Peggy, you think about what you're writing, because I know she's writing multiple things and she's working on multiple projects. But right now, I'm really striving to uh, really support the creative arts. I do that every day with authors, with adult authors, but I really want to continue, and I still do it with young people. But I really want to support younger people in their creative selves, because I believe that the athletes, they get all the props. The athletes are just like, woo, yay, and wonderful. But there are creative types that do not get the props that I believe they need to have and that they deserve. So I am currently writing a young woman's book. She is a creative. She is a writer. She comes from a very creative, artistic family. The artist, drawing, painting, sculpting, graphics, whatever, that whole family. And then I'm writing. I've been asked to write a book for young people to be writers. I have write that book, publish that book for adults, but I need a children's version. So I posted the cover not too long ago. Idea, think, and create. So I want that for younger people. Adults will probably use it too. But I really want to encourage, inspire, and prod the creative arts for young people to continue to. I'm doing those two books relatively quickly, so that will be ready for the fall of this year, because school is almost already started, but it'll be there ready before Christmas. And so I really want young people to really to continue to. That's part of Miss Peggy's talking about the tree as the legacy. I am the legacy, and part of my legacy is really the literary arts and the creative arts. So that's what I'm working on. Miss Peggy, what you working on?
Well, I'm working on my next marriage book, which it's going to be Me at Marriage, or Me, the Meat of Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a little different than this last book. It's going to be a little more in depth. You're going to have to dig into yourself to really find out why you're in this relationship, what this relationship is all about, how you're going to make this relationship work, and those kind of things. I'm working on a children's book as well. I've kind of got that to Julia. We're still in the workings on that, but that one is called Ribbon, and Walter and West, and twins Walter and Wesley, and it's about her meeting the mayor. And I've got a few other writings I'm still working on, so I'm still working on a few things and getting ready to do go live a little more than I have been in some areas, so that people really do get to know what I'm all about.
Excellent, excellent. So be on the lookout for Miss Peggy Dixon, not only in Chicago, but in on the World Wide Web, or even more and more and more. I always encourage authors to go live, no matter how uncomfortable it is, and I don't care how often I go live. I'm still always uncomfortable. I don't think I'll ever get to a place where, yeah, it's a piece of cake. Mm-mm. It always, even as much as I sang, it doesn't matter. I always get nervous every time I sing. Most people don't believe that, but I do. I'm petrified
Mhm.
every time.
I,
So, and I've
I
sang
just
for over
want to
40
say
years.
one thing. I want to say one thing. So that wise woman that I was talking about at the very beginning of our talk was Julia Royston. She was the one. You can't just write a book. You gotta also promote it. You gotta sell it. So yes,
Yeah,
I'm glad
we're
I
gonna do it.
listened to that advice, and it's been some sacrifices that have been made to do it. But work is it's my job. This now is my job, and I have to make the sacrifices to get it out there so people know what kind of job I'm doing now. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, the other thing too is that, they want to, can I just give it to you, Julia, and you do it? I'm like, okay, I can do that. But It's not going to be the same as you being there. It's not the
That's
same
true.
as they're meeting you. You wrote it, and you can tell why. You can tell the heart of it. You can tell. So y'all be ready
And you
if
get to
you want
sign it
to.
for them.
Yeah, you get to sign it. You
And
get
they
to know
love
who.
that. They
Yeah,
love
they
that.
love that part, and you get to know they. You get to know them. They get to know you, and you get their information, and you can keep them on tap of what's going on. So it's an awesome, awesome thing. Hey, Miss Karen Brown, how are you? Hey, oh, and there's my cousin Benjamin Davis and my other cousin, his mom. Hey, Mom Addie, how are you, love? I trust that you all are doing well in the great Northwest. I do intend on coming to the Northwest. I think that's next year. Oh Lord, 2023. I got to get ready for that. Got to get my warm clothes ready for the Northwest and Alaska and all that good stuff. No short sleeves out there. No, no, no. So I'm super excited. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. If you're in the Chicago area, meet us this weekend at McCormick Place, Black Women's Expo 2023. We're at booth 223. You all be blessed. Love you all. Follow us on social media. We'll be posting pictures for you to share. If you have family in the Chicago area, as they say, who can walk, run, get a car, a scooter, a bus, plane, a train, meet us there on Friday, August 12th through Sunday, August 14th at
14.
McCormick Place, Chicago, Illinois, right there on the water. Peace. You all be blessed. Love you all. Bye bye.